Downloading stuff with a browser is a lot slower. Even though if you have the fastest internet connection, it will sometimes stuck while going with the progress. Well, there is a little bit secret tricks that you can enable it to make your download a lot faster. All you gotta do is simply type here chrome colon forward slash flags. Now these all are the features that you see here. Its flags is an experimental, so it probably will be released in the future. But you can enable it for your benefits to make your download a lot faster. All you got to do is simply type here the download, and then you will see here the parallel download flag. You can just enable it, and then you can just realign the browser to make it effective. But before that, I want to show you one thing furthermore that will make your smoothing experience, browsing experience a lot easier. Simply type here the smooth scrolling, and then you can enable it. Well, this will allows you to smooth the scrolling on your browser, like using your hardware acceleration to make it more smooth with the transition while scrolling. So yeah, fantastic. When you have a favorite website and you want to put it on your desktop shortcuts, because more often than not, we usually want to open that website when we open up our browser. Likewise, most people like Facebook, Google, these are the websites that we tend to use most of the time when we launch our browser. There is a better way. You can simply create the shortcut of your favorite browser. In this case, of course, I will be creating the YouTube. So all you can do is simply click on this hamburger icon, which is three dot menu, and then click on more setting, and then click on create shortcuts. Well, that will create here on Chrome. If you are on Chrome, it will create on a desktop. But even though you can try here with the Microsoft Edge well by clicking on the same setting with the same procedure, then it will just pin to start on the following feature. Now, if you search her in your start menu, you can just certainly find it, and then just simply tap it will open up that website instantly. Disabling extension on your browser by going through this, I'll click on this more and then extension, disabling it is a bit of pain, I would say. Well, you know why? Because disabling this extension by leaving your browser is a bit of weird, because most of the time you have enabled all of the extension, which will take up your a lot of memory. In this case, you can disable it instantly by some of the extension that you need in a daily basis. You can just enable it right away. Well, for that, you gotta download here the extensity Chrome, which should be working on most of the Chromium browser that you're using, whether it's Opera, Vivaldi, Microsoft Edge, and Chrome. Once you download it, you will see here all of the extensions that it's showing. When you want to disable one of the extensions, simply tap on it, then it will disable it right away. And even though if you want to enable it, simply again tap on it, then it will enable it. Pretty fantastic extension, and one of the favorite mine in this list. Sometime when you kind of scrolling the browser and you accidentally close your tabs, you bit feel weird. Wow, what I did here. How I'm supposed to open up the tab? Well, there is a quite fantastic feature in the Chrome browser and most of the browsers in a daily basis that we use, which is to open up the recent tabs that you open. You can also open up this by simply pressing Shift Control plus T or Shift Command plus T if you're on a Mac by keyboard shortcut. But if you don't prefer that, you can simply right click on the title bar of the browser, and then you'll see how the recent tabs that will open up. Now do keep in mind, I think it's storing the previous recently tabs up to 10 tabs. So if you want to open up the recent tabs which is recently been in the previous list before the 10 tabs that you open, it might not work on that. So yeah, this is one of the fantastic feature again in the browser, come in handy when you accidentally close your tabs. Sometime when you want to convert something instantly on a browser, you sometime gotta do is go to open Google and then type here that things. Well, there is a great feature in most of the browser that you use on a daily basis. Now, for example, if you want to convert something or even though for solving the expression automatically, just by typing here the expression and then hit enter, it will automatically solve that. The same goes here for the conversion. If you want to convert here something, let's say the 40 USD to PKR, and then when you enter it, it will open up that instantly. The same list goes here for any conversion that you do, it will tend to do automatically. But here is one of my favorite. If you type here something words here like something the in a numbers and you want to convert it to words, then simply type here the numbers and then to words. You will see here that Google will automatically convert all of the number that you type here to words, which come in handy a lot when you're internet surfing the word specifically. You usually, when you open up any search engine, you tend to search in that URL that it's open, like yahoo.com, google.com, and youtube.com. You tend to search it. However, there is a very alternative and best way you can search it. So how you would do that? Simply type the search engine that you want to search specifically inside it. Like in this case, I will be searching her YouTube. Then type her youtube.com, then tap on your keyboard the tab button, and then it will showing that things. Now you can search here anything, then it will instantly search in that website. The same goes here for the yahoo.com and the google.com if you are on a different search engine. So this is a great method to search any search engine that you want to do inside directly from URL. So yeah, check it out. Have you ever wondered when you are building something, the website and stuff like, you probably come across here that you might think how this website will look like on a specific device. Well, this is where it's called the responsive mode come in handy a lot to show you what's going to happen. The same goes here when you search here, for example, you want to share something from our Instagram, you can then change your browser to the responsive mode to the phone whatever you desire. Since Instagram directly doesn't support any kind of post from the browser, then you can change your browser to the responsive mode and then you can upload that post from the responsive mode and it will instantly do it. So yeah, you probably might not be aware of this, so I thought I should show you that. Have you ever thought about to save the page for later usage? Because most of the time we tend to share our whole page with the others like friends or any of the for informative reasons. Well, there's come here the fantastic extension which is called the full screen extension, which allows you to take the entire page screenshot and then you can save it as a PDF or as a PNG. But you can specifically want the way you want, but I would prefer to save it as a PNG because since the file would be very in a small size. So yeah, try this amazing extension. You know, saving a lot of bookmarks to your tabs, and you can see here it kind of clutter your tabs in the browser. Like in mine, you can see here I have a lot of bookmarks. These are the site that I use most of the time. Well, I'm using when working with the composition and stuff like in Photoshop, and these are the sites that I most of the time use at. So in this part, we're gonna talk about how to organize properly. Now, for example, in case if you want to save hard disk specifically the stock images site, then you can create a simple folder for it and then click on add folder. You can rename it to whatever, but I would just prefer to call it stock images. Now then you can drag all of the important sign that you want to add. Now, however, if your bookmark bar is still cluttered, you can also remove this title from their bookmarks. Since most of the time we can recognize the site by through their favicon icon, which is the small icon, and then we can simply tap on it. So this is one common handy a lot if you don't want to clutter it, and then you can just place a lot of bookmarks on it. The last one is a very very beginner, if you ever thought about want to change the start page of your browser, likewise when I open up the Chrome, you can see here it's directly open up that Google. You probably want something else, but you can change it. If you go to setting and then click on the startup, it will show here that you can see here adding the specific URL. Then you can add her any favorite site that you would like. In this case, I have added the YouTube. Now, sorry, the Google.com. But you can add whatever you prefer to add. So then apply it. And when you close the browser, open up again, then it will open up as a start page that site. You probably love to use this, but this come in handy a lot. So these were my tips and tricks in for the Chrome browser that will come in handy a lot. Let me know in the comments below which I missed and which I should share in this. Probably we will do it in the next video. Until then, if you like these tips and tricks, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you like my overall contents, you can click on the subscribe button and ring the bell notification so you don't miss our upcoming contents. Now I have another video which is called the Windows 10 tips and tricks, which will also come in handy. You probably don't know about the tips and tricks. If you never use this, it will also come in handy a lot. So you can click right here or the video link will be in the description. So till then, take care and see you in the next episode.